Scott Walker boasts unemployment decreased by nearly 40% on his watch. He won all his battles, but this next one won't come easily. A Marquette University poll released Wednesday has the governor tied with challenger Mary Burke at 46%. Undecided is a razor-thin 5%.
With the midterm elections creeping closer every day, there were those close to Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker suggesting, even strongly urging him, to come closer to the center on his positions and take no chance of losing Wisconsin to the Democrats. But thus far, Walker has rejected those ideas and perhaps gone even further right. Smart move, or a potential disaster for someone who also has future eyes cast toward the White House. Welcome back to Midpoint. Former Deputy Chief of Staff to Pennsylvania Governor Tom Ridge, now current CEO at Xenophon Strategies, David Fuscus joins us. David, pleasure to see you again. Thanks for joining us.
Very happy to be here. Thank you.
Let's start right out there. Those saying to Scott Walker, you have got to come to the middle, and Walker has said, wait a minute, abortion, gay marriage, here's my positions in a letter. I am not going to come any closer to the center and stand my ground. Personal opinion then, good idea or bad idea?
Well, Scott Walker's somebody everybody knows where he everybody knows where he's on the issues, and sorry about that. Everybody knows where he is on the issues, so there are very few people on either side that need convincing. He's the type of guy that he goes out, he stands on his principles, and he goes for it. And quite frankly, I think that he's going to say go ahead and damn the torpedoes in this case.
In this case, though, let's look at it. What in reality are the dangers here? Because it depends. There's so many polls, and I've got so many numbers sitting in front of me. Some say that absolutely he's got a great chance. Others say Mary Burke is the one who's basically coming on strong here late. What do you see this as far as Walker is concerned? Is he safe?
Oh no, he's not safe. I mean, this is one of those races that you can just flip a coin on. You know, it comes down to the core of it. It's about jobs. It's about employment. He promised to create 250,000 jobs in 2010. They've created about 110,000. Even though unemployment has gone down, he's getting beat up on that. I think when it comes down to the end of this race, I think he'll pull it out, but it's going to be very close.
Where has he made any missteps, then, in your opinion, along the line? And again, specifically not necessarily over a large body of work here, but what is going to stick with him, in your mind, when they come right down to it and those people step into that ballot booth?
Well, you have to understand, Wisconsin is a deeply purple state. It is very divided. You just look at the two senators who couldn't be more different. And so if there's something that's going to cost him the election, it is indeed the fact that he refuses to go towards the middle on almost any issue. On the other hand, if he pulls this out, that's 3 elections in 4 years that he will have won on his deeply conservative principles. It sets him up to join that front rank of contenders for the 2016 Republican presidential nomination.
Okay, I was going to go right there then to 2016, because it's obvious, I mentioned that here in the lead, that not only what's going on in Wisconsin right now, but this is a man who has his eyes firmly set on Pennsylvania Avenue. If he loses, and again, you have to look at everything here, but if he were to lose, would that be the death knell, or could he recover?
I think everything is on the line here for Walker. If he loses, he's out of the presidential race. If he wins, he's got those 3 elections in 4 years that he's managed to pull out based on his solid conservative credentials and conservative beliefs. I think if he wins this race, a large part of the Republican conservative base is going to be looking at him to be the standard bearer in 2016.
As you look at what Mary Burke has done thus far, where do you think she has succeeded in pushing this race?
She's succeeded in spending a lot of money. She's got a lot of money. She is, to a certain extent, self-financing. Where she's really gotten traction, though, is beating on the governor about jobs. Again, in 2010, he said he was going to create 250,000 jobs, and they were created about 110,000. She's talking about it in terms of number of jobs that are created. He's talking about it in terms of employment, where the unemployment index is, and to this point, she's pretty much been able to define that discussion on jobs, and it's hurting him.
And when you talk about the money, there's certainly been a lot of discussion here about the money, because apparently he might need an infusion of cash from the Republican Governors Association. That's how much money is being spent in Wisconsin. That's astounding.
Well, records are being broken on overall spending, and especially when you've got a candidate who has the personal financial resources to spend millions or tens of millions. You know, you've got to get some help from the, in this case, the Republican Governors Association.
He was in a Green Bay Packers jersey the other day. He better go ahead and keep that one handy, because in Wisconsin you may just need that. That's not a bad thing to have. All right, stand by, because after the break we're going to return with David Fuscus. Head to Kansas, a state that may not be as conservative as the pundits believe. It's coming up right here on Midpoint.